Hey, no way, dude. What's up, dudes? All right, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of curious as to where the hell all these WoW content creators went. I mean, playing WoW was literally their job, so there's no way they just up and quit working, even if Uncle Joe be handing out them stimmies, if you know what I mean. And an even more important question is, what can the WoW team do to get them back? Let's take a few minutes here to catch you up with where we're at right now with Blizzard. So things started to feel a bit weird when there was this big development halt of Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft, and then the Diablo IPs. And then a bunch of people just started to up and leave the company, like the entire conceptual team of Hearthstone. And then the CEO of Blizzard, Mike Morhaime, quit after 27 years. And then to pour salt on the wound, started his own competitor company, Dreamhaven. Mike was then replaced by the always wrong, you think you do but you don't, J. Allen Brack.
You think you do, but you don't.
Then after what feels like 2 days, J. Allen Brack steps down after the horrible PR that Blizzard received from their alleged frat boy style work environment that wasn't particularly friendly to women. Shit really hits the fan when the gaming Jesus himself, the last bastion of Blizzard, Jeff Kaplan, leaves the company right smack dab at the tail end of Overwatch 2's development. This one was telling. While all that is going on, BFA for most of the player base, myself not included, was a disaster of a WoW expansion. Some saying it might be the worst expansion in WoW's history, which I personally disagree with. BFA was then bested by the new worst expansion of all time, Shadowlands. That part I do agree with. Shadowlands was super fun for like 2 months and then quickly morphed into a dumpster fire of missed opportunity and purposefully ignorant game development. Blizzard really shit the bed on this one. If it wasn't for the nostalgia farming titles like WoW Classic, TBC Classic, Diablo 2 Resurrected, and actually insert whatever classic or resurrected title you want, Blizzard would be F-U-C. Okay, there's also a second giant accusation going around that Blizzard has committed some security frauds, which is a bit above my pay grade, but it sounds like something you definitely don't want to be a part of. So if we take all of that and then sprinkle in some declining player base, which leads to declining engagement for content creators, we now have some context as to why content creators are abandoning the game at an alarming rate. Ever since Preach, MadSeason, Stoops, and to a lesser extent Asmongold decided to fully quit the game, I found myself wondering if they quit because the lawsuits and the moral implications they have, or could it be the lower income from less viewers on their channel? Or maybe it's just simply the game sucks, right? I don't really know, but after scouring the internet for a few days and watching their YouTube and Twitch channels, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say it's all of the above. The game sucks, so people stop playing it. If people stop playing, views go down. And if views go down, money gets tight. And then the nail in the coffin is, why the hell would you stick around a dying game for a company that has the moral compass of a drunk college student? Blizzard used to have this massive wall up that would just block any new MMOs from gaining any traction. But that wall just got Game of Thrones bad, and the new MMOs are flooding in. It's a pretty wild time to be an MMO gamer right now because this has never really happened before. We see Preach playing a ton of variety games, leaning a bit towards Path of Exile, but ultimately waiting for the release of New World. MadSeason seems to have just said screw gaming and basically wants to focus more on his personal passion projects, as well as some not-so-produced content on his second channel. Stoops has been on a damn rampage against shitty game developers taking advantage of their player base. He put out a pretty entertaining video on cash shops and how to avoid shitty marketing tactics. Not gonna lie, this video is worth a watch for anyone who's an MMO gamer. Stoops has said multiple times that he's gonna be trying out all MMOs and not really sticking to one. However, I think he's leaning more towards Lost Ark at the moment, while waiting on the New World launch as well. Whatever game he decides to tackle, I hope I'm playing it because I think Stoops is the GOAT when it comes to bringing attention to bad developers and shitty game philosophies. Now, Asmongold, on the other hand, is an entirely different case. He quits WoW and then freaking doubles his Twitch viewership while playing Final Fantasy. He does that for a little bit and then goes back to WoW and then quits gaming and then quits streaming and then goes back to streaming and then focuses on his Treehouse YouTube channel. I don't know, this guy's been all over the place, but if you dig through all the crazy, he's been hinting at going super hard when New World launches, which is great, but fuck whatever server he's gonna be on, because that's gonna be awful. But for Asmon, I don't even think the game matters. I'd say he transcends gaming at this point and is now just a straight up celebrity, so fucking good for him. Now let's wrap this bad boy up. What does the WoW team need to do to get back all of the content creators that left? It's actually pretty simple. Treat your players with some respect and humility and trust us to tell you what we like and dislike. WoW has the most loyal fans in video game history, and we're all just itching for WoW to be great again. How many other games have access to thousands and thousands of players ready to test a game as soon as it hits the PTR or beta? Oh, you're having a hard time figuring out if the raids are fun? Well, I know a ton of raiders that would love to help. High-end raiders, every other week raiders. I even know a few raiders that love LFR. You want to know if an item is broken in PvP? Well, guess what? I know a ton of PvPers that do absolutely nothing but arenas and BGs all day long. You want to know if a game feature's pissing people off? Well, just ask Ian if it's a good idea, and then do the complete opposite. I'm not joking. I also think that WoW needs to put out smaller content patches, but more frequently. I want to make a video just on this topic alone, but basically WoW would be better off putting out 3 to 5 boss raids every 3 months instead of the 8 to 10 boss raids every 8 months we get now. Give us less dungeons at the start of an expansion, allowing you to add new and fresh dungeons every 3 months with the raid content patch. It'll be the same amount of development time as right now, but it'll give players a steady stream of content instead of these large gaps with nothing to do. I don't know, like I said, I want to make a video only on this topic, so I'll have to think through it a bit more, but less content more frequently seems a bit easier to digest these days. And I'm not trying to ignore the fact that the 9.1.5 changes are a solid move in the right direction, but fuck does Blizzard suck at timing. As for WoW right now, I honestly think at this point Shadowlands is just a wash. There's not much Blizzard can do to get players back for 9.2. I hope I'm wrong, but 9.2 will show us if they change the way that they process and handle player feedback. That's what most of us are waiting for. We'll just have to wait and see if the next expansion will be worth our time or if it'll just be a bunch of failed potential, just like Shadowlands was. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you want to follow me a little bit more, I have a personal YouTube and Twitch channel. Also, you can join us at the Ready Check Pull Discord, where you can keep up with everything Ready Check Pull. Peace.